Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. This is actually the second time, I think, maybe the third time that I've tried doing Kerbal Space Program on the channel. But the game has improved a lot since I last tried it. And I've learnt some more things, I've watched some streams and some videos, and I feel like I'm in a really good position now to actually be able to play this game again on this channel. So we're here on the home screen. You can see, I'm assuming this is Jebediah. I'm going to try and keep him alive this time. You might remember I killed him off in the last series. By mistake. I think I cut a parachute loose or something like that and it ended up killing him. We're not going to do that this time. We're going to do things properly. So we're going to go straight into the game. And we're going to start a new career. Moon or bust. We're not going to do moon or bust. You can see the flag I've chosen is the Jeffries banner. You can easily add that into the files of your game. For those of you who don't know how to do that, drop me a comment in the video and I'll be able to explain to you how to do that. We're going to call ourselves the Jeffries Space Program. We're going to do career mode, difficulty options. I'm going to pretty much keep them at normal really. So we've got the comms network set up. I don't really know what hard does. Okay. So we're going to allow reverting flights. We're going to allow quick loading. Missing crews will not respawn. Resource abundance. 100% should be fine. Re-entry heating should also be 100%. Starting funds. I do want to increase the starting funds to 100,000. Or as close to 100,000 as possible. 102,000. There we go. Starting science we'll leave at 0, reputation 0, everything here will be 100%, decline penalty probably keep it at 1, all the advanced ones, yeah, I think we're good, to go. So let's get started. So I'm going to carry on with what I've learnt from watching the streams and videos like I have been. So here's Gene Kerman, and he's just going to tell us what to do. So you can right click over these, you can enter them, you can do other things, you can upgrade them, although we can't afford that right now. Thank you, Gene. We'll come back to you later on, my friend. Apologies if you can hear fireworks in the background. It is currently November the 5th. Yes, so it is fireworks. I don't know when this video is going to go live. It's probably going to go live after my break. So in a week's time. Probably. I haven't decided yet. So if you're watching this earlier than the 14th, I think is the first day back after my break, then, you know, I uploaded it earlier, obviously. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to do something really simple. Really, really simple. So here we go. We've got Werner von Kerman. He's just going to tell us some cool things. The vehicle assembly building, stuff like that. We're literally just going to do that. And we're going to launch it. We're going to grab ourselves some science. So here we are on the launch pad. We're going to right click on here and we're going to do crew report. And we're going to keep it. And then we're going to do an EVA with good old Jebediah. And he himself is going to do an EVA report. And we're going to keep it. You're then going to get back into the craft and we're going to recover the vessel. And that there is some science, and I actually should have done something a little bit more than that, so I'm going to do that now. So we've got 3.9 science plus 600 funds from recovered parts, which is good. So somehow we ended up with more money than we started off with. Not quite sure how that happened. And Jebediah is ready for the next assignment. We've kept him alive so far, guys. I'm really happy with that. So we're going to go back into the vehicle assembly building. We're going to make a little adjustment. I can't remember the controls. There you go. Shift zooms out. So we're going to go down to science and we're going to stick on a mystery goo container. I'm just going to see what else. So I've got MechJeb installed. We're going to use MechJeb a lot for this series, but we're not going to use it right now, obviously, because we don't need it. Or do we need the parachute? But we do need the mystery goo. So we're going to go back onto the launch pad with the goo. And we're going to do a quick experiment just to see what happens. Observe mystery goo. Right, and that is also 3 science right there. If we transmit it, we don't get as much of that, but we don't need to transmit it. So there we go. We've got some more goo. Very nice, very cool. So with that, we can actually go back to... Did we get even more money from that? I don't think we did. I think we're still on our... Yeah, 108,000. That's fine. No, I did not want to do that. Resume. So we want to go to the R&D here. We've got 2 types of science trees that we can get so far. So each one of these costs 5 science. So this one costs 5. This one also costs 5. Now this one has thermometers, communitrons, stack decoupler, and another communitron. This one has a liquid fuel engine, some fuel tanks, and a solid fuel booster. I'm very tempted to go for this one because of what it actually has. This has the stack decoupler, which is quite useful. Actually, yeah, we're going to go for this one because we can get more science this way. And then eventually we'll have things like stability, which we could research in the future, and survivability, that sort of thing. We're also going to quickly go to the administration building and see if there's any contracts we could take. Are these contracts? No. Recovery transponder fitting. Maximum vessel recovery... Sorry, minimum maximum vessel recovery. Okay, I don't think that's what I wanted. What do I want? Is it mission control? Yeah, mission control. Launch our first vessel. Launch your first vessel off the launch pad or the runway to achieve this goal. So we get some science for it. We also get some money and some reputation. And... Oh wait, no, that's what happens if we don't do it. If we do it, we get these. So we're going to accept that one. And eventually we'll be able to escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbin. But we can't do them right now. What we are going to do though is go back into the vehicle assembly building. Here is our lovely vehicle, all assembled. We are going to stick a stack decoupler underneath it like so. Then we're going to stick a solid rocket booster like that. We're then going to go into utility and stick a parachute on. We're then going to spin this around and put a thermometer on here. In fact, we're going to put 2 thermometers on, one above the other. How much is this going to cost to launch? 4,222. That's fine. We will also stick a communitron on somewhere. Let's do it opposite the crew hatch. Actually, what's the difference? Is there a difference in range? Bandwidth and the packet size seems to be the same. What does this one actually look like? That's probably going to be better, actually. Looks a bit tidier. Gonna stick some fins on. For the sake of safety. Okay, and I'm going to try and stick another mystery goo container on, actually. So let's trying to remember how you do this. There's buttons you can press which does things. I'm going to have to learn the keyboard shortcuts as well. So let's do that for a second, and we're going to grab this thermometer and get rid of it. Right, so this we're going to double. No, double. There we go. Why is it trying to do 3? Oh, is it because I keep doing it over the fin? Yeah. That would be exactly why. Okay, so 1 thermometer on each side, 1 mystery goo canister on each side. Something like this. And we're going to call this Science Gatherer 1. We're going to save it. Anything else I can add on? I think that's everything. I definitely put the parachute on, didn't I? So the engine fires, stack decoupler goes, and then the parachute goes. And that is all we need so far. That will probably come in handy later on. We don't need to worry about that right now. I think we're good to launch. I think we are good to launch. Okay. So here we are on the launch pad. We've got our good little friend Jebediah down here again. We are very quickly going to log the temperature here, and we are going to transmit it from the launch pad. That's fine. So we've done that. I'm now going to try and launch over into those mountains. So bear with me, because I haven't flown on here for a long time. And I didn't put mech jeb on, so it's going to be... We don't have much electric charge left either, so we're going to have to keep hold of whatever we've got until we've landed. So here we go. I'm going to boost the engine. And in 3, 2, 1... we are up. Now I think we've just run out of fuel as well, which is fine. Fins don't really seem to be doing much. And we're just about to start slowing down. And then it's going to get real. So let's just check that we're not over the top of the Space Center, which is good. We're going to decouple. The parachute has indeed now activated. And it should hold steady. Whilst we're up here, we're going to look at the mystery goo. Observe the mystery goo here. And we're going to keep the experiment. And then we're going to let the... let's see, can I still log the temperature? I can still log the temperature, that's cool. We are going to keep hold of that as well. I knew we were going to land in the water. I just knew it. I should have gone straight sideways off the launch pad. We would have ended up over there somewhere. Hopefully we're okay in the water. We're not going to explode. Hopefully. Well, the parachute has fully deployed now, so we're going to slow down a considerable amount. Let's do a crew report as well whilst we're here. That was the sound of the rocket booster crashing into the sea, I hope. We are coming down quite nicely. Is there anything else I can do? Can I do an EVA? Yeah, I need to upgrade the astronaut complex before I can do EVAs. Whilst the craft is not on a surface of a planet. That's fine though, I can live with that. Okay, so we're going to land in the sea, which should be a new biome, and then we can do another crew report, we can log some more mystery goo, and we should be able to get another temperature reading as well. Now obviously this is the sea, so this is how high, how high you are above sea level. So we do have to drop the remaining 120 meters to land in the sea. I'm hoping these canisters don't smash when we actually... they don't blow up or anything once we land, because I really don't want to kill Jebediah on his first proper mission. That would be very bad. So 20 meters to go, 10 meters to go, and we're down. And it survived. So we're going to observe the mystery goo in the sea, and we are going to keep the experiment. See, this is Kerbal Shores, it's a new biome. And we're also going to log the temperature. And we're going to do another crew report. Okay, maybe we're not going to do a crew report. But we can do an EVA. Grab an EVA report. And we can hold on to that. We can then board. And we can recover the vessel. And that should give us a ton of science. Hopefully enough to get our first fuel tanks. So we got 44 science from that, which is fantastic. We got most of the funds back. We got all the containment units and things like that. I think the only thing we lost was... yeah, everything below the stack decoupler we lost. So we lost the fins and we lost the solid rocket booster. Jebediah gained 1 EXP from that. Or 1 XP, sorry, not EXP. So that's fantastic. We can now go back into R&D. We can get basic rocketry. And we can also start looking at things like general rocketry. Or stability. With the radial decouplers, the winglets, or the nose cones. Or we can look at survivability, which has heat shields, barometers, radiator panels. What are these used for? Dissipate heat into space. Okay. Micro landing struts, a service bay. Ideal for protecting delicate instruments or stowing small service components such as RCS tanks, batteries, etc. Not bad. This costs 15. This costs 20. This one... I'm okay actually without the... Hello? Oh, just a YouTube video. That's fine. I'm okay without the extra nose cones and radial decouplers. I think I'm going to go for general rocketry and survivability. And then we can go for things like flight control or basic science, which includes the Stay Putnik, which I think is a fantastic name. I think advanced rocketry would be the next one to go for. With all these extra engines and tanks. And then obviously this one, general construction, which gives you the stability enhancers, crew cabins, strut connectors, fuselages, and some more decouplers and adapters and things like that. But we can't afford any of that right now. We are going to have to go back to the vehicle assembly building. Now, actually before we do that, I'm going to quickly hop back into... I'm going to save the game actually first. M4J1. Just a quick save. I'm going to go into the mission control and see what other missions we've got. Conduct a focused temperature survey of Kerbal. Measure the temperature in flight above 19,400 meters near Gersa's shadow. I don't know where Gersa's shadow is, or scientist's vision. They want me to test a drogue chute. Have Mark 12 R radial mount drogue chute. I think I did get the science onto that one. Test the solid fuel booster at the launch site. To perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. So we'll give that one a go as well. Test the flea solid fuel booster in flight over Kerbal. So I have to be between 11,000 and 19,000 meters when I activate that one. Okay, so I can't accept that one right now. And there's the radial mount parachute as well. So the ones I've got to do are the Mark 12 and the RT-10. The Mark 12 and the RT-10. I've got to remember those. Let's get rid of this engine. So let's add some fuel tanks to this. And we're also going to add MechJeb to this somewhere. Where am I going to do it? I think I'm going to do it on the same side as this. Now that should give me a new window. For some reason it hasn't. So I might have to go into the config files and check that out. Let's stick an engine on this. So we've got the Reliant, or we've got the Swivel. Now the Swivel has gimbal, which means you can steer with it. So I quite like the idea of that, and I think actually I don't need this much fuel. Or do I? What am I going to try and do? I'm going to try and get an orbit actually, if it will let me. So let's do that. as a test. I'm still not sure why M4J hasn't appeared. There's the RT hammer. Going to attach a couple of these to help us get up into orbit. In fact, let's use one of these. Let's use a stack decoupler under this, and thrust is 197.897 kilonewtons. I can't remember what all these things mean as well. I did study engineering once, honest. I did. Long time ago now, but it did happen. Let's get the parachutes out as well. The Mark 12R. We'll stick 2 of them on this solid booster. And we'll say that as the booster detaches, the drogues will fire. Something like that. Probably should put a barometer on here as well. One on this side, one on the other side, so we can test pressures in different areas. Pop this back down to 0. I've no idea if this is going to work. Service bay we don't need to worry too much about. I think we put everything in. Yep, so we've got to get the drogues to between 2 and 8,000. And we've got to get the solid fuel booster just as a launcher. So I'm going to put this as 2. And we're going to see if it flies. We are going to see if she flies. I'm starting to think she might not fly. We'll find out. I should have a M4J thing come up though, which I can use, and it's not coming up, so I'm definitely going to have to find out what's going on there. Oh, no, did not want to do that. I think I wanted that open. No, it's that one. That's the one I want open. Okay, we're going to fire this up to maximum. Before we launch, we're going to do a pressure check here. And we're going to keep hold of it. And is there a way, like, do I have to access it? Control from here. Is that what I need to do? Nope, because it still hasn't come up. Alright, I'll have to fix that between episodes. But I'm going to try launching in 3, 2, 1. Holy crap, it worked. I'm going to lock this in place and start leaning. We're a little bit top heavy, so I've got to make sure it doesn't fall over. Whoops. That's not gone to plan. Flip over. I want you to fly this way. No, come on. Come on. Don't flip over. Don't flip over. Flip back. This is really bad. Come on, Jebediah. You should be getting experience from this. Yeah, up. Fly up. There we go. No, up. He really wants to just flip over. It's fine. It's fine. We've launched the chute. Okay. So whilst we're up here, we're going to get a crew report. Nope, we're not going to get a crew report. We are going to try and log some pressure though. I'm going to keep hold of that. Observe mystery goo. Is that going to get us anything? A little bit. Temperature. Come on. There we go. Nope, that's not going to get us anything either. I think what I've done here is screwed myself. So that's the So the booster landed again, it's just the liquid engine that's going to fall into the sea. Problem was I made the craft too top heavy, so as soon as I started trying to steer, it just fell over. Which was never going to work well, really, when you think about it. Can I do a little bit of a time warp? Let's try and get us back to the ground a bit faster. Well, there goes all that. We're not going to get that money back. Parachute opens. Are we still over? Aha! Some new lots of science. Let's slow that right down. Log temperature. Keep that. Observe mystery goo. Keep that. Probably didn't need the Communitron actually, because we haven't got any electrical charge. Crew report. Nope, already done that. Okay, so I think actually this was quite a success in the end. We're just going to let this come floating gently down. We're going to do a quick EVA, and then that'll be it for the first episode, guys. So here we go. We're about to touch down. Bit of a thud, but never mind. Do a quick EVA. EVA report. A spacesuit was not necessary, you're right, Jebediah, but there you go. And we can recover. And that's another successful science gathering mission, which is what the first bit of the game really is all about these days. It's a bit grindy as you're grabbing science. We got 34 science overall from that mission. I think it's actually, we gained 26 science, which means we've got 34 overall. Parts, we got nearly everything back, not quite everything. We did get... oh, maybe we didn't get it back. And Jebediah is back as well. Did we complete the contracts? I think we did, which is pretty good. Now we've got to test the Mark II radial parachutes. Between 8,000 and 12,000, okay. And this solid rocket booster we have to do as well. So I'm going to do those ones off camera, I think. Aha! We can't... oh, we can recover it. Cool. I'm guessing we can't recover the stuff that crashed over here, though, because it kind of blew up. It did do that. Okay. So I think overall, a pretty successful first mission, if you ask me. And that is the end of today's episode, guys. We've just about done half an hour, which is pretty good. So I'm going to go and check the config and make sure that I can get MechJeb working for the next episode, which will probably be, if I upload this on a Tuesday, let's say, the next episode will be on a Thursday. And I'll probably do it twice a week. That sounds like a good schedule for me. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. I'm going to do the old outro because I've messed it up now. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Although this is episode 1, there will be more. Drop some comments down below for ideas for future episodes and indeed future flights. And until next time, I will see you soon.